The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
They'll run. Here's the former Seminole.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's 2nd down.
Pretty straightforward play there by the linebacker. He saw the run, went with straight-ahead pursuit, and dumped him behind the line of scrimmage.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Ready? Go!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that. And by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know that funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
Third, 18, Pioneer. 7 Pirates. Set go.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, 3 and out to start the game would have been a real disappointment. So this is a nice job of finding something you think will work and executing it. And they're able to keep this opening drive going.
Buffalo 18. Come on. Set.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. They go play action here on 1st down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that. Give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
They'll look to throw here.
That one taken in by Neighbors.
A good pickup there. 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
2 yards still to go. 3rd down now.
Back to throw.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
This, the second meeting of these two teams. You might recall they met back in Week 5. And it was the Giants with a road victory, so they'll look for the sweep here in MetLife Stadium.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll set up to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 5.
Back to throw again.
That's complete. It's Neighbors.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. They'll go with a keeper.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Set it.
In motion right, that's Hyatt.
Ready.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a first down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Go! Hot, hot.
Back to throw now on first down. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early first and goal.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, first and goal.
Go!
And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Well, that play there was certainly a scouting report special because coverage was all too aware that this close to the end zone, he's going to become a bigger weapon for that offense, and they were there to help force the incompletion.
Set, ready, set, go!
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Flush to his right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. That's already the third time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught one of the three.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
The Commanders' defense looking for a stop here. It's third and goal. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Washington defense.
They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Ready,
And now third and goal following incompletions on first and second
Warrior
down.
70, set, get up.
They'll look to throw again. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
With his height, that's exactly where you want to put it for him. But even that throw was a little tall to connect for the touchdown.
So the Giants now are going to turn it over to their field goal unit. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now on fourth down, out comes the field goal unit here. And his kick is good.
So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line.
A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10
at the 41-yard line.
Daniels looking to throw.
He'll get this out to Lynch, complete. A good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke.
To the air goes Daniels.
Left side, that's caught by Mitchell.
And he takes a shot at the end of that play.
Let's go. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Viking 18.
First down, here's Mitchell.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You talk about this Giant defense.
And they've shown the ability to play tough against the pass, currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd and 8. Here's Daniels.
Wide open receiver complete. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Commanders are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. Well, Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
Muscles him off.
And this will be a Giants first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line.
Ready, set.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
That's out quickly to Hyatt.
And he'll get nothing out of that one.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. 19 Lion. Check, Bobcat, check go.
He'll look to throw. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagle. Ranger, 70 Ranger.
He'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Giants first down as he'll be marked down a yard or two past the marker following a gain of 6.
On first down, he'll drop to throw.
That's caught left side by Neighbors.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. They'll look to throw now on first down. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Again, he'll drop to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
Another shot from the one on second and goal.
Let's go now.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
Good coverage yet again down here by the goal line. Everyone's blanketed, and he's forced to throw it away and try and come up with something on third down.
This Washington defense, they've stood tall the first two plays. Now third and goal.
Ready.
He'll look to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants.
T. Higgins
From a yard out.
And the Giants are able to move back in front.
There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. Oh, good return up past the 30.
And a nice return, but he's going to pay for it as they knock him down hard at the end.
Ready.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive. So we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always
looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. After the loss to start out, here's second and 11.
Here we go. Mustang 19. Trap 60. Go.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
There's a short one caught by Johnson.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Quan Martin. And the Commanders are going to take over here up near the 40.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
From the 43, here's 2nd and 6.
Check smash. Check smash.
Now Daniels.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That sure looked like a nice call by the defense, and they're very cohesive in their coverage. As soon as he cut inside, they broke on the football and met him as the ball got there and forced the incompletion.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Throwing now is Daniels. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. To throw is Daniels. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Down the left sideline.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a Giants touchdown.
Well, it certainly looked to me like he tapped into the quarterback's thought process there. And what I'm hearing more and more when I go around the league, defenders sitting in on quarterback meetings trying to learn more about how they think so they can be in the right position to be in the right spot, as he was there to pick that one off and take it all the way back for a touchdown.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey.
A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Big Lion. 18, Pioneer. Hey.
2nd and 5. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
They love to try to take advantage of his height, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them try to run it back and try it again, maybe with a little less mustard on the throw.
Come on, set. Hut, hut.
Now back to throw.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield.
And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And there was absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. 3rd down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a first down pickup.
Go.
They'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Let's go now. Hey, check that. Street. Check smash.
Hyatt goes in motion left.
Check go.
2nd and 9 now. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown.
T. Higgins
With his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Giants will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive.
They give this one to their receiver, Watkins.
And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. This taken in at the goal line. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
2nd down and 4. Back to throw. Daniels. Catch is made by Harry. 7 yards there and a 1st down. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. And that's dropped underneath to Mitchell.
Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
This a 2nd and 7 from the 37. Working out of the gun, Daniels.
Trying to lay one up deep.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
And this is a situation where as a head coach, you're just saying, what else could go wrong? Let's get it all out of our system, please. This has been a sloppy game throughout. The execution has been lacking. A lot of mistakes, both mental and physical. And here's a big play that goes by the wayside.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Dexter Lawrence able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner. And I don't think with 3 scores down in the 3rd quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly. Here's Bradley Pinion now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. This is taken at about the 14. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Set, ready.
They go play action here on 1st down.
This one caught downfield by Higgins. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
Buffalo 18. Warriors 70.
2nd and 13. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
looking to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Here's Jamie Gillen now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
From the 17, here's 2nd and 4.
Let's go. Hey, smash front row. Check out.
Another run with Mitchell.
Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
Let's go now. Panther Street. Panther Street.
They go play action. Daniels.
Here's a diving catch right side. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
19 tight. Ready. Hunt.
They run over center with Mitchell. It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
On the set.
3rd quarter from MetLife Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10.
Go.
Up the middle, here's Mitchell.
And he's going to get this pretty close to the 1st down marker at the Giants' 36.
43 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
Here we go. Ready.
To the air goes Daniels. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
On the handoff, Watson.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Commanders go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he'll be out of bounds at midfield, so a solid return to the 50.
After return to midfield, I just wish we could open up the heads of the offensive and defensive coordinators, because right now the wheels have to be spinning because things just changed. Offensive playbook just opens up, and now on defense, do you play aggressively or do you lay back a little bit to try and calm things down?
In motion right, that's Hyatt.
Go!
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. It's the Giants with the football and also the lead as we get set to start quarter number 4. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Set. 19 Lion. Take go.
They'll set up a throw.
Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
That's complete. It's Neighbors. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 27-yard line.
He'll drop to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Cougar 19. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. Cup 19, Cup 19. Ready.
They'll look to throw here.
And this one too low.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch. Is the arm there, the leg's still there? This has been a tough game.
Washington on 3rd down.
6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd and 10.
Ready, ready.
Back to throw again. Trying to improvise. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, he was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team, but the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And even with the missed field goal that we just saw, they still have to try and erase a 2-score 4th quarter deficit. They'll start with a run by Mitchell. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, that's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
And not going to give him a lot of confidence to help turn things around. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Come on, set.
Here's Daniels. Throw left side, complete to Harry. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So it's a gain of 12 there on the reception. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
Let's go. Hey, Smash. Go.
Daniels looking to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Daniels going to throw for it. That is caught. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Now Daniels. A quick throw there is incomplete.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
Well, sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
On 3rd down, here's Mitchell. And he is going to lose yardage here. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And that one, just an absolute killer. A chance to get this back within 1 score.
All hope not gone yet. But at the same time, you're exactly right. They needed to get back within 1 score and have a motivated defense take the field in order to get it back for them for one last big drive.
Trap 60, trap 60. Ready?
They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's taken in by Higgins. There he goes again, and he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. T. Higgins with his 3rd touchdown so far, number 13 now on the year. And the Giants add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
Ready up.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in there.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
Ready, set.
2nd and 10.
Maverick, 60 Maverick. Ready. Check, Bobcat. Go, Reed, go. Rig alert, rig alert. Hut, hut.
He'll look to throw.
He'll let this go for the end zone.
And that's going to be incomplete.
Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I certainly like the idea. You're down on their side of the field. Get your big play guy involved. That time, they put one up for him to see if he can pull it down in the end zone, but the coverage was good, and it winds up incomplete.
And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down.
It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away.
And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Let's go.
To throw is Daniels.
Puts it on the carpet. It's out.
But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely.
70 Lions. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Set go.
Now a play fake here on first down.
That one taken in by Neighbors.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Okay.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts,
as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game.
Ready. Buffalo 18.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants.
T. Higgins.
A 1-yard touchdown reception.
And the Giants are on their way to a 9-0 start as they build on to their lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 24. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
Again, they go with Watson.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
79 Broncos. 19 tight. 19 tight. Cowboy 80. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler.
Throwing now is Daniels.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And my goodness, another interception.
Isaiah Simmons picking it off.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4.
And right around the 20, he'll head out of bounds. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down.
But they have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start. And pass plays like we just saw, they're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the 4th quarter.
And that they have in every way. And plays like that across all phases of the game, they've just been effortless for them in this one. And that's what's helped them build such a large lead and allowed them to smile as this game continues.
Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining.
Stephanie! Big Lion! Hey, check that, street!
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it.
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home.
And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Check smash. Check smash. Hut, hut.
They'll drop to throw. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over.
So a victory here for the